There's only affiliated. You either affiliated or you're not. There is
Okay.
no specific gang. There is no like all that kind of stuff. It might be you might be in the game, but it's not like showing up like here. So
Yeah,
it's
they don't label them
yeah, exactly.
as
So
each. They just put them
it's
all in one
yeah,
bunch.
it is either you are affiliated or you're not.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first one is affiliated. Second one is just the black. It's just the man. We call him just the man. You know, it's either man or you're affiliated.
Yeah.
And there's two like in the cars, right? And there's reds. So blacks and reds, right? So the first reds is the one who worked for the prison. You see what I
Okay.
mean? Like you call them. I think I heard from you. It was like trustee or something.
Informants. Oh,
Trust
trustees. Okay,
trustee.
so
Okay, so
okay,
yeah. So trustees, it's highly not respectful in Ukraine. Like
it's
you
not.
don't. It's not. You don't work for any administration. You don't work for administration. Like because you lose all the respects. Like you lose all respect from men and from affiliated.
Affiliated. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So if you want to be respected by normal people, like normal guys, right? You don't work for them. You don't do anything that they tell you, and you don't work. Like you have to deny the. If you want to be a man, you have to deny the work because they're gonna offer you some kind of job, for free, basically, just to kill your time, but you don't work. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can work, but it's your choice. I don't work because I have money. I didn't have to, but
Yeah.
some people do. Just to kill the time. So it's up to you. But the trustees, though, like the ones who cleaning up, serving food, is not respectful and is unacceptable. We call them the goats. Here,
Yeah.
the goat has different meaning.
Yeah.
There, it doesn't.
Yeah. The goat.
Like the
Greatest of
goat.
all time. Not over there. No. 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 It ain't over
Man, I
there
was
in
laughing.
Ukraine.
I'm laughing at a
Damn.
lot of things here because it is so similar but so different.
Yeah. I
All
mean,
right,
so
what's
they
up?
were the ones delivering the food and keeping places clean and stuff like that.
Yep,
I
yep.
mean, wouldn't y'all want some trustees in some way, shape, or form? Don't they
Oh,
don't they help like transfer maybe contraband or something like that to other
oh,
blocks?
hell no, hell no. So the contraband
Oh,
within the
okay.
prison is being transferred by either the man or affiliated or by guards.
Okay, so trustees
Yeah,
have nothing to do with that shit.
they have nothing to do with that shit. And plus, like, you don't really want to talk to them because you might look back in front of your man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So it's not a good sign. And the fourth cast, the worst one, the untouchables.
Okay,
This
the
is very
the
interesting.
chomos and all that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so untouchables, right? So why it says untouchable? I translated that way. So because he has the closer meaning. So untouchables, right? So basically, you cannot talk to them. You cannot touch none of their stuff. You cannot shake their hand. You cannot ask them for anything. You like they have specifically spot that like they all their bunks are like far in the end, right next to the bathrooms, right? Like they're in the far end,
Uh-huh.
like basically in their own corner.
But
You can.
everyone's housed together.
Oh yeah, it is. It's like
Okay.
100,
Okay.
120 people in. So
Okay.
like they're in the far end, and usually they mark like all their stuff, like their cup, their plate. Like we all had like metal plate, metal cup. They usually put like a hole in it, so like that he's untouchable. And if you talk to him or if you touch him, that means gonna become untouchable. You see what I mean?
I mean, dudes don't be beating them up or nothing.
Oh, they do. Of course, it depends on your crime, but like, man, so how 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 they become untouchables, right? Let's say you get in, right, and you tell him, like, let's say, if he says did he rape somebody, or like he like did some like stuff, like any kind of children related crimes, same
Yeah.
thing. Let's say he say he did something, right? So they're gonna either rape him, they're gonna either like make him kiss the toilet like a shithole. Literally, they're gonna make him kiss that, or they're gonna like one of the guys, the affiliated, they're gonna pull out his teeth and just like his like lip or his forehead. Then that's it. Like you untouchable. That's it, man.
Oh shit. Well,
Yeah,
that's
And it's in front of everybody, you know, and nobody's gonna do nothing because you know, like you don't want to be in that position. Here is a little bit. They're gonna beat him up a lot of times. They're gonna make him like their own slave, like animal. You know, Asia is the worst thing he can be, man.
So they're taking these untouchables cheeks out there, huh?
Oh yeah, they do. I mean, I am.
Do they
Hey,
do it out in the open for everyone to see? Is like this because I've seen a movie and I think it was about the Ukraine penitentiary, man. And this
what kind
big
of movie?
white dude made everyone watch as he made this other guy get on his knees. But I don't know what movie it was called, but it was crazy as hell how they had it all set up.
Wait. I think I know. Was it with the Jean-Claude Van Damme in hell,
No, it
going in
wasn't
hell?
him. This one's actually fairly new, and this guy actually beat him to death with a damn weight in the movie,
No, I haven't
weight
seen it.
plate. It's crazy.
But
I mean, is that how they do it? They take him in the room and do it, you know, or
they
do
usually
they?
do it in the bathroom, you know.
Yeah,
But what I heard, like, this couple people going in, and they gonna like, you know, hold him and just do the thing, bro. I don't
yeah,
even
that's
think of it.
crazy as hell, man. I mean, when you first walked in, how was that, man? Anyone pressure you or anything like that?
Okay, so here's the thing. In
Did you have to
Ukraine,
throw
bro.
any hands,
No,
stuff like that?
listen. In Ukraine, bro, there is no guns, right? There is like it's really hard to get a gun, like close to impossible.
You
To
would
get a
think you would
gun,
find them
you
easy out there.
you need yeah, it is, but it's illegal gun. If you get caught, you're going for like 7 years straight, bro. Like you're gonna get messed up.
Oh, so the
So
gun
in
laws are
Ukraine,
major.
oh yeah, it is. They just don't want people to have guns. So I'm gonna get to it. So in Ukraine, right, the guns are illegal. To get a gun, you need to go to like a mental evaluation from a police registered doctor. You know what I mean? Like you need to have a clean record, all that kind of stuff. So here, I got a gun like this, bro. I just went and get my test done. That's it, man.
Welcome to America, baby.
Yeah,
Welcome to
love it, man. Love it, bro.
America. Oh
So,
shit.
so the thing is, in Ukraine, everybody knows how to fight, bro. Like in Ukraine, saying "fuck you" is unacceptable, bro. You don't say that on the streets. You definitely not gonna say that in prison or jail or wherever. You just don't say it. You know it. If
Yeah.
you're from the streets, you know you cannot say that, man. No matter what, you just don't say it, bro, because you're gonna get fight easy. So man, I don't know. I've probably been through probably like around like 100 fights, maybe more. On the street, you fight on a regular basis.
Really?
You have to know how to fight, bro, because you know you ain't got no guns, and even the knife. If you carry a knife on you, it's like a cold weapon. They're gonna get you, man. So nobody really carries no gun. I mean, right now after this military thing happened, there's a bunch of weapons right now. But at the time, I was like young, you know, there's not a lot of guns, so everybody knows how to fight, bro.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I've been through a couple of fights, but you know, it was usually because of the, you know, like verbal conflicts that transfer into the fight. So, but here's the thing: how the conflicts are being solved in Ukraine, right? Let's say you like playing cards or just fucking around, right?
Yeah.
And let's say somebody says something to you that you say something like you know the other person did not like, right? So
Uh-huh.
here how it works. So and everybody hears this thing, right? So here how it works. You and this person, right, stand in front of each other, and everybody like is around you, and you have to explain what did you mean by saying this or that. If you can explain it, then the fight is not there's no fight. But if you cannot explain it, or like you know, like if you like say like you call somebody something and you can't explain it, then you're gonna get beaten up.
By
So
just that one guy or all those people watching?
it depends. It depends who that guy is, you know, and it depends who you are.
Okay. Well, let's talk about these affiliations, man. What kind of gangs are out there or whatever you call them? What do they call them out there? Do they
It's
have
called.
any? Is there any Bloods or Crips?
No, man. Okay, so in
I
Ukraine,
had to ask. I had to ask.
nah, man. Okay, so in Ukraine, it's affiliated. So basically, a whole criminal world in Ukraine, a whole criminal like world of the country is connected. You know, so basically, by affiliated means that people from other regions, from other cities know you. You know, So
Mhm.
basically, it's like a one big word that is connected all over the countries, and maybe even in other countries, if people were doing terms there. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So
so
basically, it's like I would say it was like a one like big world. There's not specific gangs. There's none of that.
they don't have
It's
a
like
name though. It doesn't have a name.
it's called blatnie on my language.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And what if, let's say, I mean, what do they have Russians in there as well? What happens if a
Oh
Russian
yeah.
cat comes in
There
there?
there were
Y'all don't beef with
man.
other
It
countries, stuff like
okay.
that.
It depends on your region. My region is pro Ukraine. So like we stand for ourselves. Like we want independent. We don't want to be like involved with Russia. We're a separate country with our own land. And like we want independence, right? And with the Russian dudes, man, the Russians that we had in our camp, they're being quiet. But there was like three dudes. They're being quiet, bro. They were not talking like crap about our country,
Yeah,
because if they would say something, we will all destroy them for that, man.
yeah.
But I've heard from my work, like the south part of Ukraine, where there's like closer to the military conflict, right? So they are pro-Russians, so they don't like Ukrainians. So they're
Okay.
gonna if yeah they forcing Ukrainians to speak Russian language only because it's two different languages. So they do all really messed up stuff, man. They force you to talk Russian.
Do
They
you know
force you to.
Russian?
Oh, I do know Russian.
What was the craziest thing you've seen in there?
Okay, so we were talking about gangs, right? So the biggest gang in Ukrainian penitentiary system, justice system, is law enforcement, man.
Uh huh.
So let's say here, right? From what I've seen and from what I've heard, is like gangs, right? The biggest gang in Ukraine is the police, man. Like
Yeah.
the officers, man. Those guys are doing some crazy stuff, man. Like there's no human rights. Like
Yeah.
let's say. Oh, actually, I didn't tell you this. In jail, right? In jail, there is a thing called pressure cell.
Pressure
Pressure cell.
cell. Okay.
Yes.
What the hell is
So
that? That sounds scary.
it is scary, man.
Uh
So let's say you are affiliated, right?
huh.
And they want you to tell what happened, wherever,
Oh.
and you don't say
Okay.
shit, right? So and man, it doesn't matter how big you are. You can be like a champion of the Europe with kickboxing. It doesn't. All that stuff doesn't matter. If they're gonna put you in the pressure cell, then it's just a question of time, or you're gonna die, bro. So you get from what I've heard, right? You get in, right? They're sitting like a couple big buff dudes, like 6 to 7 feet, bro, like 300 pounds of freaking muscle, bro. And they put you there. And the purpose of these dudes is to get the information or to make you sign wherever they want you to sign. They're gonna beat you up, man. They're gonna rape you. They're gonna do everything with you, man. And nobody's gonna come help you. That's the police do it to people. They
That's
put you in a
crazy,
pressure cell.
man.
You're gonna do it, man. You're gonna sign it, bro. It's just a question of time because they're gonna beat you out till you die, or they're gonna make you untouchable. Which is like for me, either personally for me, bro, I would rather die than become untouchable. You know what I mean?
Is
Because
that
I've
bad
seen.
for those guys?
Oh, it is, man. Bro, I'm telling you, man. I would rather die than become untouchable, bro. I would rather, it is what it is. I've seen what they have been doing to people. That thing is crazy, man. Okay, so let's say pressure cell is a part of it. Another part of it, like let's say police want you to take this deal, right? Here in America, to lock you up, they just throw in a bunch of charges, right? Let's say you get caught with weed, they're gonna put you like possession of marijuana, possession of paraphernalia, blah blah blah. They're just gonna throw you a bunch of charges.
Uh huh.
There, if they need to lock you down, they're gonna lock you down, man. So what they did to my homies, bro, what I've heard, man, they took take him down. Like there's the underground, like in the KGB jail, there's like underground level where they were like literally like the purpose of that like level was to break down people, man. It doesn't matter how big, how strong you are, man. They gonna get what they want, man. So what they did, right? There's like a metal pipe on the on the ceiling, right? They cuff you in, and they hand you out like this, right? So basically, you basically like hang out like this, right, with your hands cupped, and you are just a fucking punch back, man. They just punch you as much as they want, bro. And you
Yeah.
know,
That sounds like some
and
damn
that's
movie
police,
shit.
man. Nah,
Oh, I
man, that's
believe it.
police.
I believe it,
Yeah.
man. I've seen some wild ass videos with staff and police from Russia, Ukraine, and
Oh yeah,
it was another country.
man, that thing is crazy. And other thing is, let's say they know that the information might leak, right? If you ain't got money, if you ain't got connections, they're just gonna beat you up. But let's say they know you're somebody, or you know somebody that you know they might get in trouble with, they're gonna beat you that way, so there is no bruises on your body, bro. And you know what I mean? That they know the spots on your body where they need to hit, so there's no bruises, no signs of nothing. But you're gonna, man, you're gonna yell like, you know, it's just
What
undescribable
if
pain.
let's say you go to the pressure room
Yeah,
and I mean, do people get looked upon differently if they do break and they tell?
man, I feel like if they break, you can tell them, you know, you can see in their eyes.
I mean, like I know, but like let's say the man and the unaffiliated, I mean, and the affiliated, uh,
Yeah,
I mean, do they look at him differently? Let's say look at him like a snitch because they broke under the pressure.
let's say somebody was affiliated, right? But under certain circumstances, like he had to snitch or he had to do some crazy stuff, right? So
Yeah,
they're not gonna keep him. They're not gonna send him to prison because he's gonna die there. They're gonna keep him in jail, in separate cells, and they're gonna use this ex uh, affiliated
affiliated.
individual for you know other people who don't know nothing about criminal war, right? And they're gonna put this like affiliated in the cell with that person to get some information, you know. So
Oh,
they are
okay. So
using different methods to get the information, man. There's good ways and bad ways.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, man, the worst thing you say, what I've seen that they doing, right, was bro, like they line up all of us, right? And there was some guy who he was a denier, right? He didn't want to share, right? And they asked him like, "You're not gonna do this, right?" So they put him on the floor, right? And the big dude, the big like guard, sits on his back, right? He take his leg, like he sits on his back, right? He take his leg, right? He came up. So basically, like bend the knee, and he sits on his back, holding his leg like this, right? He takes off his shoe. He
Oh
takes off
shit! I
his
think I've
sock.
seen this,
He
dude.
takes off his sock, bro. He takes the rubber, how you call it, rubber bat,
Beats his feet. Yup.
bro. He's the shit, man. And like first three times he was quiet, and then, bro, like the noises I've seen, bro, I will never forget, man. Sometimes I see in my dreams, bro, that shit was freaking scary, man.
Yeah. Actually, one of the videos I've seen on some Russian prison guards, they were literally beating this dude's feet like,
Yep,
and
it's a normal thing.
it shit looked like ground beef at the end of that shit. You know what I mean? It was crazy. Hey, so is this, what is it? The Black Dolphin? Is that what I hear about the
Yeah,
prison?
there's the Russian prison, man.
Is
There
that
is prison.
is
Yeah,
that
what's
like
up?
a notorious prison that a lot of people heard about out there?
In Ukraine,
Yeah.
there is not prisons like that. Basically, inside of the prisons, there are units like that, though.
Okay.
Black Dolphin, though, is some that thing is crazy.
Yeah.
The thing about Black Dolphin is that there is more guards than the inmates.
Yeah.
That's why it's so scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep,
Uh, uh that's wild, man. So how long were you in that prison in
15
Ukraine?
months. I was in for
15
15
months?
months. Yep. So I went in beginning of December, and I went out in March
Yeah.
1st.
So it sounds like you just got to worry about them guards, man, for the most
Bro,
part.
yeah, exactly. Because if they want to ruin your life, bro, people is different. Because you know, if you have to fight, you fight. I'm not scared to get beaten. I got beaten up a lot of times, man, in and out, bro. Like inside and on the streets, man. Like I'm not like really worried about like saying it, because
Yeah,
I will
you
never
should be.
believe. I will never believe that there is a guy in the whole world who never lost a fight, man. There is no man like that.
And that's why I never really got into like fighting. I've took martial arts and stuff like that when I was a kid and took Muay Thai for a long time. But when I realized that there's always gonna be someone that can whoop your ass, I was like, I don't even know if I really want to do it, man. You know what I mean? If I can't be head honcho number one, I don't want it. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
that's why I kind of, just kind of steered away from it. But yeah, man, there's always someone
There's
that'll whoop your
there
ass.
there are also like different type of fights. Usually on the streets, right? It's like who hits the job first, right?
Yeah,
In prison, it's either like they want to knock you out, they
yeah,
want to fuck you up. They're not gonna hit your job, bro. They're gonna just crush your bones, hit your body, man, everywhere, but not just to keep you up, but to cause you damage.
yeah.
But
What
if you say,
What
yeah,
about what about like weapons, shanks? I mean, y'all had metal plates, and nobody was making weapons like that.
Shanks, okay, bro, they have like kitchen knives there, bro.
Oh, they
Like,
got real knives.
there's
Okay,
no
okay.
shanks, bro. They have
Look, I had
knives.
someone from Canada on, man. Big shout out to damn, I forget his name, man. I apologize. My Canadian
No
homeboy
worries,
I had
man.
on the channel. He said that they had butcher knives in some places, and
Oh yeah, the, you know shank, bro. Like you don't really need a shank there, because there's you are around so many people. If you have any kind of conflict, you're gonna solve it there, right now. You don't
yeah,
really need a shank unless like you super tiny dude who doesn't know how to fight, and then a map is big as hell. That then yeah, then probably you need one. But
and
for me though, like I know how to fight, so I never worry about that.
yeah, and so rape is actually a normality in there when it comes to
In the
the
penitentiary.
untouchables.
Man, the thing is that like it's either like this. So you're gonna do you sorry, bro. They're gonna do it either with their own will. Like let's say the guy has like 20 years and he's like broke and he ain't got no family, and he wants to smoke, right? So he's gonna come up to you like how what happened to me. He came up to me like, yo, bro, like 10 cigarettes and I can do some stuff, shit like that, bro. Like
Oh,
you're
damn
gonna
it. So they're
blow.
tricking out there.
Oh yeah. So here, here, right? What I've seen on your videos, they like gonna throw you chocolate on your like bag, some stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it's, the Snickers
There,
bar.
yeah. I was laughing my ass off, man.
Oh,
Or
my
there
God.
though, they gonna come up to you and offer, I'm gonna blow you for like a pack of cigarettes, man. And the tea, like the tea bag, that's just crazy.
Wait, hold on. You mean like the drinking tea?
Oh yeah, so we have like the thing. It's
Oh,
called
okay.
chifir,
I was
chifir. I
thinking of
gotta
a
explain.
different tea bag.
No, no, no. Oh, I know
Ah!
what you mean. Okay, so the tea, right? The black tea. So what they do in Ukraine, right?
Oh,
It's
shit.
called chifir. So
Uh-huh.
they gonna boil like probably like 10 bags of tea, right? Or like they're gonna break down the tea bag to take the leaves out, and they're gonna boil that thing like really hard, right? Like, and they're gonna so it's boiling, right? The water is hot, and they're gonna whip it, so to mix it, so
Yeah.
the drink becomes like stupid strong, bro, like super strong,
Oh,
and
so
it
there's a
gives
lot
you
of caffeine in it.
yeah, exactly. It gives you a little bit
Okay.
of high,
I didn't
man,
know.
and
So so tea comes with caffeine. Caffeine. So
caffeine,
tea
black
comes
tea.
with caffeine in it. I never knew that. I thought it was just
No,
like,
no, 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 no. Black tea has coffee in itself. It
oh,
does. But if
okay,
you like put a lot, like extreme amount of black tea for a certain amount of water, it's gonna give you like a little high,
yeah,
you know. And
yeah, like coffee.
yeah, exactly. And it's strong, man. It's stronger than coffee.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
which
man. I need
that
to
that
look
drink.
into some black tea, man. You
It's called
know?
chifir. Chifir. If you
Okay, I
Google it,
need.
I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find the recipe, man. Oh, I
All
can
right.
tell
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, send it to me on Instagram. I'll
I
whip it
will. I
up.
will.
I'll make a
Yeah.
video whipping up Ukrainian shafir.
Yeah. Oh, I think you're gonna like it. If you like coffee, you're gonna like it. That
Oh,
thing
I
keeps
drink
you
like three
awake.
or four cups of coffee a day, my friend.
Nah,
Speaking
I
of
drink.
which,
Yeah, I try to drink one coffee, man. One cup of coffee because it's not good for your heart, man. Trying
is
to
it? I
take care
thought
of
it was
myself.
good.
No, I mean, yeah, in a certain like amounts, but if you drink like chifir every day,
Oh,
you're gonna
I'm thinking
mess your
about
head.
regular coffee. Okay,
Oh,
okay. So
regular
that,
coffee? Yeah, the
so
regular coffee is fine.
yeah. Okay, okay.
I mean, I did a lot of speed, in my life, so
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
have to take care of myself.
Yeah, I was always an upper kind of guy and not a downer as
Oh
well.
yeah, me too,
So I
man.
mean,
Me too.
all right. Let me see here. Who do you think was who in Ukraine would run things? I guess who. Is there a certain type or kind of individual that will run the majority of guys in there or
Oh
have the
yeah,
more power?
so we call them like we call them thief in law,
Teeth and
literally.
law?
Thief in law, вор в законе, right?
Okay.
So that means like so to become thief in law, you need to do like a couple bids, and people have to know your name, basically, and there's like a certain I don't know too much about it, but
Uh-huh.
basically like other thieves in law, you go into some type of ceremony and they crown you. It's called a crowning. They crown you and you become a thief in law. You have to have certain tattoos, you know, especially, I don't know, when you was locked up, have you seen any people from Russia, Ukraine, in the past?
I have, and they had uh I haven't seen many, but I have seen a couple, and they always had like I would say like a nautical star looking tattoo. Have you ever
Yeah,
seen
okay, like
those?
right here. You're right here, right?
Yeah, it's like a
Like,
compass star.
yeah, exactly. Like here. So he probably might have been the one. Like he stars right here.
Oh, so
Those
that's
tattoos,
so
those
those
tattoos.
are the star. Those are tattoos you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Those are
Oh,
either
okay.
affiliated. Those are either affiliated or thief in laws. If you're a regular man, you cannot put those tattoos because you're
Oh,
gonna get fucked up for that, man. Like they gonna beat your ass up,
hey,
man.
look.
If you can explain it.
What the hell just happened?
Oh, your camera went off.
I don't know what happened, dude. What the hell just happened here? Oh, there we go.
All right.
There we go. Check it out.
So yes.
Start like that.
Ah! Man, so here's the thing in Ukraine for those stars, right?
Huh? Huh?
If you have those stars, bro, you cannot stand on your knees. You cannot stay on your knees, bro. So
Damn.
if you have those stars, and let's say like, bro, even if they put a K in front of you, and they tell you fucking stay on your knees, if you stand on your knees, you
What
lose
do you
all your
mean by
status.
stand on your knees? Just drop down to your knees?
Yeah, drop down to your knees. You cannot drop down your knees. You cannot fall. Like it's against all the criminal rules. So if
Okay.
even if he puts a gun to your head, tell you to do that, if you do that, you lose your status. Basically, like you lose all the respect from everybody. And that's how they actually break the individuals, man. They're gonna make them do some crazy stuff like this, right? Or like, let's say, from what I've seen, they take the cigarette from untouchable and they give it to other inmate, like affiliated, and tell him to smoke. And he said, of course, he's not gonna do it because he's gonna lose his status. And he says no, and they beat him up. They yeah, if they want to break you, man, in Ukraine, they're gonna break you, man.
Yeah.
It's easy. Yeah, and
Yeah.
here, man. So what I'm saying, like here, man, from what I've seen, bro, like your cells look really nice. Like you have those shiny things,
Oh,
bro.
thank you. Thank you.
All those nice beds, man.
We pay a lot
Yeah.
of money. These tax
Oh, I
dollars.
know, I know, bro. I pay
Now
for it
you
too.
paying it too.
But
You
man,
paying it too,
yeah,
my friend. You know.
at
And
least I know what I'm paying for,
yeah,
because when
but
I'm there, they steal those money.
and a lot of people don't really truly understand because they do see these shows like 60 Days In and stuff like that, and their cells can look a little rough, but I'm telling you, I've been in cells way, way worse. And I
Worse.
know, especially in Ukraine, I can only imagine
Bro,
it is much worse than what I've seen. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
and there, oh, lockdown, right? So I cannot translate the word lockdown, but there is lockdown there, right? So when let's say they wanna punish you, they're gonna put you. So lockdown, there is one and two bad cells, right? They're gonna put you in a lockdown with the somebody who has tuberculosis.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah, they're gonna put you in the freaking cell with the sick person, and that guy is gonna cough out blood, like almost dying.
Oh my God.
And that's how, man, that's how they get you. I've read the statistics. I think 20 to 30% of people in Ukrainian prisons are dying from tuberculosis specifically. That thing
That's
is,
unbelievable, man.
yeah, it's crazy, man.
It's crazy. All right, let me ask you one last question, man. One last question. What was the worst tray that they served you?
The worst tray was like, I cannot call it oatmeal. It was like, bro,
It's like soup and oats.
not like
Soupy oats.
oats. Like it's kind of like a like a rice, but it's a little bit like, man. It's called hrechka in my language, bro. I cannot translate it. It was like some nasty shit, bro. So there is like it's supposed to be meat, but there is only bones, bro. There's only bones.
Holy shit! What about hey? What about weed, man? They smoking weed in there?
Oh, bro, I was smoking weed every day, bro.
Oh,
After
how'd you
that,
leave that out, man?
because the
Shit.
guy brings it. So, like, let's say gram cost on your money at the time cost like $15 at the time. So the guy is gonna bring it to you for 40.
Damn.
Eh, eh,
Okay.
eh,
And
the weed there is not like weed like marijuana here, like the nice bud. It's just the freaking like shredded leaves and seeds and everything. So they bring you like basically like shredded leaves. So that's
yeah, it's just chopped up and it's all like fine.
I mean, it get higher at the time, and there was a lot of people there who actually had money. So we kind of all like throw in a little bit, buying some weed, and we smoke it like there's no blunts, there are joints, but that's a waste. We smoke it through the like a plastic bottle with the folium on top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay. Okay.
so that way you don't waste weed. Like basically, like you're taking a heat from the pipe, but we
Yeah.
have pipes there too.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I understand
Yeah,
that.
you can have vodka, you can have any kind of liquor, any kind of food from restaurants. If you have money, man, they're gonna bring it to you, bro.
So
The
if you
guys
got money,
actually,
you're good.
yeah, yeah, the guys were actually, we were sending them to the store, grocery stores, like buy us this and that and that. And like 2 hours later, he brings all the shit. But the amount that you spend in the store, like the 30% of it, one third you have of the money you have to pay to the guard. Let's say you spend like $100, so 30 goes to the guard. That's
That
the
ain't
the
bad.
price of it.
That ain't bad. That's a nice little hustle, and y'all get some food, some good shit.
Okay.
Well, that's it, I guess, man. I got many more questions I could ask, but I don't want to keep you too long. I know you're working. Well, go ahead, man. I mean, do you have any kind of Instagram or anything going on that you'd like to shout out, man? I appreciate you coming on and telling us a little bit about Ukraine lockup.
I just have Instagram. I don't really sit on this like social media kind of thing, just trying to work as much as possible, help people out, help myself out. It's a really tough times with the economy currently in the
Yeah.
country, So yeah, I just got Instagram. That's it, man.
All right. Well, you want me to pin it in the comment section description for people to?
Sure.
All right, I got you, man. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. I'll leave it in the comment section description for y'all to click on if y'all have any more questions about Ukraine lockup or anything at all. Just go support the guy that's supplying food for us. You know what I mean? And I had one more question, man. I wish I could remember it. Oh, there we go. One last one before we go. Was there ever any Americans in there.
Nah, bro. There were a couple of Europeans though, no Americans.
Yeah.
I think how it works with the international law.
They
I
keep
think
them
if
in like a
no, no,
different
no,
area.
so in how it works in international law, let's say a foreign citizen commits a crime, and it depends on type of crime. But if that crime is not like, I think if it's not like a rape or some violent thing, so they're gonna ship this individual to his own country, and the court will be in his country with that charge. So let's say like you American, right? And you like, let's say you committed some fraud, right, in Ukraine.
Uh-huh.
You're not
Yeah.
gonna do time for fraud in Ukraine. You're gonna go to US, and it depends on the state you are resident of. You're gonna be charged with the fraud there, and you're gonna fight the case there. That's how it works.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Wasn't it that famous rapper Justin, wasn't he locked up in Ukraine jail? What was it, ASAP Rocky or something like that? You
Nah, that
remember?
was Sweden, man. That was Sweden.
Sweden. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweden is, hey, Sweden, bro. Hey,
Yeah,
homie should
I've
be
read.
fire.
I got a video. Look, I've got a video
That's
coming.
nice.
That North Dakota tries to. They're learning all their stuff from Sweden because Sweden has some really nice.
Man,
Yeah.
I've been to Sweden. Sweden is beautiful. I wish I could live there, man. It's nothing like US, bro.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's very peaceful. Like, and even if the prisons are so nice, then picture how nice the
It's
life be
gotta,
there.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what I told in some of my past videos. You can tell a lot about the area if you look at their jails. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And that's how it
I
is.
mean,
And it,
and America, United States, it is one of the best countries in the world.
yeah,
So compared to what's going on in the world, man, these penitentiaries are not the worst it could be, and it's the people who make
yeah,
it bad.
yeah, for sure. I
Yep.
strongly agree with that, man. But like I said, man, I appreciate you coming on and chatting with me, man. Just keep following the channel. Hit that like button.
Oh man, I made actually like 3 of my friends watching the channel. My girlfriend watches the channel.
Hey, you on it now, my friend? You on it now?
The-
But yeah, man, you just stay safe out there, man, and keep doing what you're doing. Stay the hell out of jail, man. All right.
oh man, yeah.
All
Thank
right,
you, man. I
buddy.
appreciate it.
Yep. Anytime, man. Take it easy. All right.
It leaves a beat.